Hello, welcome to the Chronicle IAS platform. Now I am going to solve the questions of paper 13, GS paper 13, question number 4. Discuss the cause and consequences of tsunami. क्या क्वेश्चन कह रहा है? सुनामी के कारणों और परिणामों पर चर्चा करें. Discuss the cause and consequences of tsunami. So before we are going to discuss this question, firstly we are going to take a overview of this question. Overview of this question, because the overview of the question give you the roadmap what kind of demand question have and what is the appropriate manner to solve the questions. So in this question there is a tail word which is discuss. It means simplification of the things which ask from the examiner. Discuss the cause. So there is a primary keyword of the question. Primary keyword of the question is cause and consequences of the tsunami. So this is the secondary keyword and this is the primary keyword, and the question asks about the tsunami. Okay, so we are able to decodify the question. Discuss is the tail word, primary keyword is cause, and the consequences about the tsunami. Okay, now we are going to discuss what is the intro, what kind of intro is appropriate in this question. You can start the intro with the very general style, like tsunami word derived from Japanese word su, which means harbor, and nami which means waves. So tsunami is overall, it is a harbor waves or the waves which are approaching towards the harbor or the coastal area or the port region. Or you can start with tsunami. Tsunami is a series of waves which originates below the ocean bottom because of geotectonic events. So क्या है मतलब, इसमें हमने क्या बताया कि what is tsunami? Tsunami is a harbor or the port waves. It is a set of or the series of waves which originates below the ocean bottom because of the geotectonic events. Now we are moving towards the another part of the question which asks the cause of tsunami. Here the cause of tsunami can be divided into two parts. One is the natural cause natural causes, and second one is a anthropogenic cause. Anthropogenic causes. The natural causes includes plate movement. Here you can also elaborate the plate movement when the plates are subducting. Heavier plates subduct under the less denser plates. You can make this figure of convectional currents and show the plate movement. Plate movement भी दिखा सकते हैं. The another reason is the volcanic activity. Volcanic activity in the ocean. Volcanic activity in the ocean below. Ocean below के बीच में जो volcanic activity हो रहा है वो. And the third reason is earthquake. Earthquake because of movement. Earthquake because of movement. And the fourth reason is the sliding of submarine canyon. And the fifth reason is the coastal areas landslides. These are the terrestrial reason. Some of the natural causes, within the natural causes, some of the extraterrestrial regions are as well, like meteoric collision, or meteoric blast, which led to the huge or massive displacement of water, which creates a tsunami. And the second one is meteoric blast, or you can say that collision of asteroids. Some of the anthropogenic reason as well, like some of the anthropogenic regions as well. Anthropogenic regions are the testing of missiles, like nuclear weapons are testing in the ocean, which creates a huge amount of displacement of water, which further lead to the condition of tsunami. Okay. Also, you can mention one formula of tsunami. The velocity of tsunami is directly proportional to under root g and h. You have to mention this, which is creates gravity, because this formula is not mentioning by every aspirant, so you can put it down in your answer sheet. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the consequences. 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 Under the consequences, we make two similar paragraphs. One is the positive impact and one is a negative impact. Negative impact. Most of the peoples are, as well as the aspirants are knowing that the tsunami, the catastrophic event like tsunami have only the negative impact, but it have also the positive impact as well. Okay, negative impact, you just elaborate it like loss of human life and property. First one is a loss of human life and property. You have to mention some of the example like 2004 tsunami, where more than 2,30,000 peoples were killed or were died, not killed. Okay. The second one is the coastal damage. Coastal damage, it means it will badly impact the coastline, shoreline and the structures which are made up earlier before the tsunami. The coastal damage. Third one is the huge biodiversity loss. It will lead to the condition of extinction, or you can say that it will lead to the condition of whole changing the home of animals and mass destruction of animals, biodiversity loss, animals, and same with the vegetation, badly impacted of the vegetation. Next, it increase the number of it increase the number of homeless people homeless people. It means it will lead to the further accelerate the rate of migration. Okay, next reason is, and the fifth one is, this is fourth and the fifth one is loss of economic activity, as well as the loss of infrastructure. Sixth one is loss of mangroves. Seventh one is loss of major ports. Next, badly filled the saline water into the coastal area. These are the so many number of arguments, or the so many number of consequences you can put it down here. And the ninth one is psychological traumatizing disorder, स्ट्रेस डिसऑर्डर. ये एक बीमारी हो जाती है PTSD, साइकोलॉजिकल सुनामी स्ट्रेस डिसऑर्डर हो जाता है. ठीक, ये है. और क्या हो सकता है? देयर आर लॉट ऑफ डिजीजेज लाइक मलेरिया, वाटरबॉर्न डिजीज में ये. some of the positive impacts as well. Now I am going to mention some of the positive impacts. What are the positive impacts? There is a scope of new formation of new lagoon lakes. Second one is there is a possibility of formation of new topography new topography in the coastal area. Third one is a new layer which mix with coastal soil. These are the some positive impact. You have to mention this, and again we are going to draw the conclusion of this question. What is the conclusion? Above all the regions, tsunami is most catastrophic and disastrous event take place. We cannot fully control, but with the help of technology, we will reduce the impact of tsunami. It is a catastrophic event. We cannot fully control. We only suppress and we only reduce the impact of tsunami. Okay, so this is the approach which requires in the question. I have to firstly decode the question. During the examination, firstly what you have to do, firstly just break down the question. So this is the roadmap, and after that we are just simply going to explain what is tsunami and what is the causes of tsunami, and then positive impact and negative, and this is the whole conclusion about the tsunami. Okay, discuss the another question. Examine the spatial distribution of forest resource in South and Southeast Asia. before we are going to discuss the question, firstly you have to uh, idea about the question. Spatial distribution. What is the means of a spatial distribution? The word spatial is used in two terms. One is local distribution, or you can say that this question demands the regional distribution of the forest resources. Examine. What is the means of examine? Examine, it means there is a data and there is a fixed distribution. There is a fixed distribution of forest which can elaborate in the question. Forest resource in South and Southeast Asia. This also demands the geographical knowledge about what is South Asia and about what is Southeast Asia. So we are going to discuss the question. Okay, now what is the intro of this question? What is the introduction of this question? You just simply start with the data that South and Southeast Asia, encompasses the 283 million hectare area which broadly cover the entire region with forest resources. So यहाँ पे हमने क्या बताया, एक डेटा दे दिया. क्या दे दिया? 283 million hectare area which broadly cover the entire region with forest resources. You just simply put it down the map as well. Here you just simply put it down some map. Which can clarify the examiner that you have idea about the Southeast and South Asia. This is called India and this is called South Asian countries. Here there is a South Asia. Under the South Asia there is a central part is India. Here there is a Pakistan and Afghanistan. Here is a Bhutan and Nepal, Sri Lanka, and this is Bangladesh, and this is the South East Asia. In this question demands examine the spatial distribution. It means regional distribution आपको बताना है. तो now in this question, with the help of map, we are going to show the spatial distribution. There is a evergreen moist forest covered in Sri Lanka, as well as in same goes with the Indonesia, same goes with the some part of Borneo Island, and same goes with the western part of Western Ghat, same goes with the Andaman and Nicobar, and same goes with the northeastern region of India. There is a evergreen tropical moist forest, and there is a mountain forest as well here in Nepal, Bhutan, as well as the northeastern part, which is above the 200 मीटर फ्रॉम दी सी लेवल. तो यहां पर क्या है, माउंटेन फॉरेस्ट है, माउंटेन फॉरेस्ट, mountain forest, as well as the coniferous forest, and here is the mangrove forest in the coastal area of Eastern Ghat, or the eastern side of Eastern Ghat, and the western side of Western Ghat. There is a mangrove forest in India, as well as the coastal area of Karachi port and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is also mangrove. In the coastal area of Myanmar, as well as the coastal area of Bangladesh, as well as the coastal area of Cambodia and Vietnam also have a mangrove forest. तो ये सारी चीजें आपको इस मैप में दिखानी थी. उसके साथ साथ क्या करना है, you just simply mention the forest resource with adding, like giving the example of India. According to the latest ISFR report, the total cover of forest and trees 25%, 25.17%. It is the according to the 2023 ISFR report. ठीक, ये दे देना है. And then you have to specifically mention that the forest resources are broadly categorized into two parts. One is pure forest resource. One is product of forest resource. Product of forest resource. Pure forest resource, it means like we all know that the forest resources give us the wood for the fuel, it also used in furniture, it also used in, you can say that, for the constructional calm, providing the base for the constructional work. It also the great resource of carbon sink, or the carbon sequestration, not sink, carbon sequestration, and then it provides some medicinal plants, like medicinal plants, बहुत सारा medicinal plants आप इसमें ऐड कर सकते हो. Provides the plants or the tree like rubber, tree like red stone, tree like red stone, and the trees like, you can say that there is a not only the resources of forest as well as the resource of animal resources as well. It is a zone of biodiversity. It is a zone of biodiversity hot spot. You have to just mention the like Sunda in the figure. Go and see the figure. In this figure there is a biodiversity hotspot like Sunda, Andaman and Sunda hotspot, like eastern and western part of Western Ghat, northeastern part, Sunda biodiversity hotspot. Here there is a mention of sandalwood, not redstone, sandalwood. Sandalwood. There is also a forest resource like the kesar from Kashmir. There are lot of medicinal plants. तो फॉरेस्ट रिसोर्स के लिए आप एक और रीजन, जैसे पाकिस्तान में खैबर पख्तूनिया रीजन है, बांग्लादेश में आएंगे तो सुंदरबन है, चित्तौड़गढ़ हिल ट्रैक्स हैं जहां पर डेसिडुअस फॉरेस्ट मिल रहे हैं, भूटान में जाइए तो टेम्परेट फॉरेस्ट है। तो इस तरह का भी आप मेंशन कर सकते हो। श्रीलंका में जाएंगे तो आपको पहले ही बता दिया कि श्रीलंका में ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट है, इंडोनेशिया में ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट है। तो इस तरह का आपको यहाँ पे मेंशन करना है। ट्रॉपिकल रेन फॉरेस्ट है, आपको बता दिया, मैंग्रोव फॉरेस्ट बता दिया, डेसिडुअस फॉरेस्ट बता दिया, कॉनिफोरस फॉरेस्ट बता दिया और मोंटाना फॉरेस्ट बता दिया। फैक्टर शेपिंग द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, यू हैव ऑल्सो मेंशन द फैक्टर शेपिंग द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। ये भी यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा एक मैप बना करके आप दिखा सकते हैं। फैक्टर शेपिंग द spatial distribution of forest. The first factor is a topographical factors, topography. Second क्या हो सकता है? The climatic factor. Third क्या हो सकता है? Population. फोर्थ क्या हो सकता है? रेनफॉल। These are the major factors which are responsible for the spatial distribution, various spatial distribution of the forest resources. Okay, in the conclusion, you just simply mention that in the South Asia, in the South and Southeast Asia, South and Southeast Asia, there are several variety or the type of forest resources are found which attracts the eyes of environmentalist. As well as it signifies how this whole area is richer in the flora and fauna. This is all about the this question. क्या डिमांड था और किस तरीके से लिखा गया. There is a there is a no kind of ideal answer, so you should change some paragraphs. This is only the way which you can approach the question. तो हम यहाँ पर सिर्फ आपको एक वे बता रहे हैं, एक मॉडल आंसर आपके सामने रख रहे हैं. थैंक यू. Another question. Analyze the economic and strategic significance of India's oceanic resources. Look at the question. Analyze. This is the tail word. Analyze is a tail word, and in every lecture I have to mention what is the importance of tail word. Tail word give you the picture about what kind of content and what kind of demand of the question. Like एक क्वेश्चन सिंपली जो डिमांड कर रहा है, टेल वर्ड बताता है कि व्हाट इज द बिहेवियर ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द नोड व्हेन यू राइट डाउन द क्वेश्चन. एनालाइज द इकोनॉमिक एंड स्ट्रेटजिक सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ इंडियाज ओशनिक रिसोर्सेज. इंडियाज ओशनिक रिसोर्सेज का क्या करना है? द प्राइमरी कीवर्ड इज इकोनॉमिक एंड स्ट्रेटजिक सिग्निफिकेंस. And before we are going to solve, you have to just understand what is the means of strategic significance, and I hope that you are able to understand what is the economic importance and what is the economic significance. Economic significance, it means which gives the some kind of trade, which provides some kind of employment. तो एनालाइज करना है. एनालाइज का मतलब क्या है भाई यहाँ पे? व्हाट इज द मीन्स ऑफ एनालाइज? एनालाइज मीन्स एवरी डेटा and every you can say that the economic and strategic significance is mentioning, but you have to analyze that. मतलब आपको थिंक करना है कि क्या क्या इसका इंपॉर्टेंस हो सकता था, क्या क्या इसका सिग्निफिकेंस हो सकता था. मतलब व्हाट आर द पॉसिबल वेज of the analyzing the economic and strategic significance. Okay, before move to the further solving the question, firstly we make the overview of the question. Overview of the overview of the question. Overview of the question. What is the overview? There is a tail word which already I have to mention. Analyze. Analyze, it means just think about. Whatever the question demands. The primary keyword, what is the primary keyword of the question? Is economic and strategic significance. किसका? India's oceanic resources. Resources, something which fulfill the needs and wants of the humans or the mankind. Okay, now we are just at a glance look at the question. Analyze the economic and strategic significance of India's oceanic resources. Now we are going to solve it. What is the intro of this question? What is the intro of the What is the intro of this question? India have vast coastline extension. India have vast coastline extension which provides the great access to the Indian ocean resources, which not only which not only which not only showing the potential, which not only showing the potential as well as the capacity of India over the economic as well as strategic uses of the resources of Indian Ocean. This is the your intro. This should be within your word limits, and in the main body, there are two type of demands in the question. One is a economic significance, and second one is a strategic significance. In the economic significance, you have to just mention the coastal importance. What should be the means of coastal importance? Like fishing economy, like fisherman. It also provides employment not only by indulging fishing activity, as well as tourism activity like scuba diving. Third one is a coral beach is an attractive place like Lakshadweep, like Andaman and Nicobar. Tourism of lagoons, which generates economy or which generates income. India is leading hub of logistic exchange of goods and services. India is providing international facilities on their ports, which generates new income. On the continental shelf, India is having huge potential of wind and tidal energy. Next one is India have KG basin as well as Bombay High. Both are the center of petroleum and natural gases. Recently, India is discovering polymetallic nodules in the Arabian Ocean. You have to mention these points. You should also remember the word limits. Now we are going to discuss the strategic, the locational factors. Locational factors are providing the great advantage to India amongst all the neighbors. It is a position. Look at the position. You should use the map of India as well. एक इंडिया का मैप यूज कर लें यहाँ पे. Okay, this is called India, which looks like India is penetrating, the southern part of India is penetrating, which provides the huge length in Indian Ocean, So India have the great advantage to monitoring the activity as well as India play a crucial role in the maintaining peace in the Indian Ocean, which creates panic free trade. Here the word is panic free trade is important. And India is also act as a watching tower for all kind of activity in Indian Ocean, like the marine piracy. India is also controlling marine piracy. More than 30% trade passing through Indian Ocean. India is also playing a crucial role. India is also combating the policy of a pearls string of pearls of China. So India is a leading country who not only provide the peace but also creating a panic free trade and providing the logistic exchange access in the Indian Ocean. So this is all the points you should mention, and in the conclusion you should mention that India's oceanic resources or significance India's oceanic resources and significance are unmatchable, as well as India play a vital role in the balance. India is playing the vital role in the balancing the power and providing safeguarding and securing not only the resources as well as the future of Indian Ocean. So this is the conclusion of this question. You should read carefully and you should look at how we can present this question. Okay, thank you. Discuss the next question. Discuss the role of ocean currents and global wind system in determining the world climatic pattern. Discuss. Firstly, find out the tail word. Discuss the role of ocean currents. The role of ocean currents, this is the first primary keyword, and the global wind system, this is the secondary keyword in determining the world climatic pattern. क्या करना है? Determine करना है how the world climatic pattern is influenced by the ocean currents and the global wind system. You should just simply start with the answer with your definition. The large ocean definition of ocean currents: large oceanic surface water moves from one region from another region in the fixed pattern throughout the year by many forces like temperature difference, pressure difference, earth rotation, Coriolis force, and prevailing winds. The ocean currents are the large scale flows of sea water within the ocean driven by the winds and the earth rotation, temperature difference, salinity difference, pressure difference, density difference. These are okay. Now after this you just simply put it down how the ocean currents are responsible for the determining or responsible for the determining the coastal climates. Like role of ocean currents. Ocean currents are broadly two types. One is the warm ocean currents, second one is the cold ocean currents. We all are know that the warmer ocean currents are originating near the equatorial region, and the cold ocean currents are basically originating from the polar region. We all are know that the warmer ocean currents are moving from one area. When the warmer currents are passing through any area, it will increase the temperature of that particular area. When it will increase the temperature of that particular region or the area, it will accelerate the rate of evaporation, it will accelerate the rate of moisture carrying capacity, and finally this condition led to the condition of heavy rainfall. Okay, the second, when the cold ocean currents are moving from any particular region, it will reduce the temperature of that particular region, and it will suppress the rate of evaporation, that finally change into the condition of dryness. So यहाँ क्या हो रहा है, dryness बढ़ रहा है, and warm ocean currents में it will increase the potential of rainfall. Okay, the ocean currents are not only, you can say that, giving the rainfall in any coast, it will also redistribute the solar minima and solar maxima in the opposite latitudes. Like in the polar area, we all are know that in the polar area there is a solar minima. In the equatorial area there is a solar maxima. We all are know that in the equatorial area the insolation is high, in the polar area insolation is very less, and through the ocean currents this temperature redistribution is occurred, and that's why the ocean currents are playing the crucial role or determining the ocean or determining the climatic conditions of the region. Okay, now in the next question, in the next part of this question, is the prevailing winds. How the prevailing winds are determining the climatic condition. We all are know that the prevailing winds are the trade winds, the westerlies, and the polar winds. The trade winds, westerlies and polar winds, not only distributing the temperature, it will lead to the condition of cyclones, formation of cyclones. It will lead to the condition of temperate cyclone where the two type of air masses meets. It will lead to the condition of monsoon type of climate. It will lead to the condition of El Nino southern oscillation. And after this we all are know that ki temperate temperature regulation by the ocean currents as well as the wind system. Temperature regulation is the main factor. The second factor is rainfall pattern. Rainfall pattern is also controlled by ocean currents as well as the wind system. You just simply put it down, what is trade wind, what is westerlies, what is polar wind, and you have to mention the latitudinal extension of this wind, which mention here. Exam में सिर्फ ये mention कर देना है. Okay. Now, after that, impact of global climatic pattern. We all are know that heat redistribution हो रहा है, cyclone formation हो रहा है, desert belt का formation हो रहा है, and what is the combined impact or combined effect of ocean currents and wind system? We all are know that both are exist because of both. दोनों एक दूसरे की वजह से एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं, एलनिनो सदर्न ऑसिलेशन मैंने आपको बता दिया है। अब इसका रहा कंक्लूजन। कंक्लूजन कैसे लिख सकते हो, तो एक कंक्लूजन मैंने यहाँ लिखा है कि ओशन करेंट्स prevailing winds are determining the coastal climate as well as redistributing the temperature because of the combined effect of both Earth's average temperature will be maintained। इन दोनों की वजह से अर्थ का टेम्परेचर मेंटेन होगा। और क्या लिख सकते हैं कि दे इंश्योर इक्विलिब्रियम, विदाउट देम टेम्परेचर एक्सट्रीम वुड बी फार मोर सीवियर। ये भी आप एक चीज लिख सकते हो। ठीक, विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट। Discuss the next question. Volcanic activity, 20th number question. Volcanic activity is both destructive and constructive. Elaborate with a suitable example. Look at the question. क्या कह रहा है question? Volcanic activity is both destructive and constructive. Elaborate with suitable example. Elaborate is the tail word. Elaborate. ठीक, with suitable examples. You should mention examples as well. The volcanic activity is both destructive and constructive. Now, there is a general tendency of the peoples, or there is a general tendency of people that they are considering volcanic activity as a destructive activity. But now, in the long term, every volcanic activity give us the positive aspects, or you can say that the positive things. We all are know that the volcanic activity is playing a dual role. So we should start with the intro. The volcanic activity play a dual role, sometime play a dual role because it can be destructive as well as constructive. So firstly, we have to just mention that the volcanic activities play a dual role. It can be both destructive and constructive. So now we are going to discuss how it can be destructive. We all know that the volcanic, make a figure in this. There is a vent of volcano which is connected with the magma chamber. This is the earth surface. This is the earth surface. More the silica, more the chance of, more the silica content, more the chance of destructive volcano is, जितना ज्यादा सिलिका का अमाउंट होगा उतना ज्यादा डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ वोल्केनो होगा। ये एक आप फिगर बना दीजिएगा। नेक्स्ट क्या है, डिस्ट्रक्टिव कैसे है? ड्यूरिंग द वोल्केनिक एरप्शन देयर इज अ ह्यूज loss of life and property, huge loss of life and property। एग्जाम्पल कैसे दे सकते हैं भाई? माउंट विसुवियस, सेकेंड क्या कह सकते हैं? ड्यूरिंग दी volcanic activity, volcanic incident, during the volcanic incident, during the volcanic activity, earthquake also came, with which lead to the further severity like landslides. अगर कहीं पर डैम है, वोल्केनिक एक्टिविटी हो गया तो क्रैकिंग ऑफ डैम, ठीक। कोई हिम जैसे रॉकीज और इंडीज के कॉर्नर पे हो गया तो एवलॉन्च भी हो सकता है, एवलॉन्चेस। नेक्स्ट, environmental damage. Third one is a environmental damage. Environmental damage क्या हो सकता है? During the volcanic eruption, the forest fire also led. Fourth one is a loss of biodiversity. In the previous geological history, there is a one of the major reason of mass extinction का मेजर रीजन रहा है वोल्केनिक एक्टिविटी। और क्या हो सकता है? एयर ट्रेवल डिसरप्शन हो सकता है, मतलब एयर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन डिसरप्शन। क्यों? बिकॉज ऑफ द वोल्केनिक एक्टिविटी, उससे जो गैसेस निकलती हैं, दे मेक द डेंसेस्ट क्लाउड्स, बहुत सारे डेंसेस्ट क्लाउड बना लेते हैं, ठीक। तो ये आप इस तरह की बातें लिखेंगे। नेक्स्ट क्या है? ड्यूरिंग द वोल्केनिक एक्टिविटी इट क्रिएट्स सुनामी एज वेल, सुनामी भी क्रिएट करता है, ठीक। एंड नेक्स्ट, it will decrease the amount of insolation. क्यों? Because of volcanic eruption there is a formation of huge cloud which sustain a longer period of time, which will obstruct the today's, you can say that, the amount of insolation, hamper. Okay, this is the destructive point. Some of the constructive points are, the first one is it creates new landforms. Next, it will give soil fertile. Third one is it is the source of, after cooling, it is the source of metallic as well as non-metallic minerals. Next, it is provide more knowledge about Earth's interior. More knowledge about Earth's interior. Next one is it contribute in the atmospheric composition, कंपोजिशन क्या करते हैं भाई, सल्फर के ऑक्साइड्स जो हैं ये कार्बन ऑक्साइड्स के ऑक्साइड्स और बहुत सारी गैसेस, डस्ट पार्टिकल्स, ये सारी चीजें रिलीज करते हैं, तो ये डेंसर बनाते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्या हो सकता है, नेक्स्ट आप देख सकते हो कि ये फॉर्मेशन ऑफ न्यू लैंड फॉर्म्स कर रहे हैं। जियोथर्मल एनर्जी, इट इज अ सोर्स ऑफ जियोथर्मल एनर्जी, इट इज ऑल्सो सोर्स ऑफ जियोथर्मल एनर्जी। एंड सेवेंथ वन इज it creates new tourism hotspots। टूरिज्म हॉटस्पॉट का मतलब क्या है, जैसे आइसलैंड है, वहां पे when the two plates are moving apart from each other, तो magma comes out in a very easier manner, that's why there is a volcanic tourism is promoting in Iceland। तो इस क्वेश्चन में आपको ये सारी बातें लिखनी थी। थैंक यू।